Did you know that in Sweden we celebrate Christmas on the 24th instead of the 25th? Didn't always used to be that way, and I'll tell you why in a bit, but first we need to do some Christmas shopping. So we're gonna take a few days off living in our van because we're actually doing a house sitting this Christmas. And this allows us to do a few things. First, we get access to a proper kitchen so we can make Christmas food. Second, we get access to proper Wi-Fi so we can call back home and wish our families a happy birthday. No, that's not right. Wish our families a Merry Christmas. So we're doing a big Christmas shopping in order to buy everything that we would like to bake and make for Christmas. So Christmas Eve is tomorrow. So we have to prepare things today so we don't have to do as much then. So I'm gonna make some Swedish Christmas butterscotch right now so we have it ready for tomorrow. Unfortunately, I couldn't find the right cups for it, so we're just gonna put it onto some baking paper. We'll see if that works. Yeah, it's fairly straightforward. Equal parts golden syrup, sugar, and fresh cream, and you will boil it. So let's do that. Okay. I think it's almost ready. Maybe a little bit longer. So normally, these would be their own small tablets, but since the smallest one we could find were muffin ones, we figured let's just make it into a sheet, and then hopefully it's hard enough once it's cooled so we can break it off into smaller pieces. I mean, that's the charm of doing things abroad, right? Is you have to improvise.
So since we have an oven during the house setting, we're gonna make saffron buns, which is like tradition in Sweden. And I'm trying to figure out how this yeast works. They never turn out great when I bake them in Canada, so let's see. So the key ingredient in my saffron buns is obviously the saffron, and I was lucky enough to find it, but it was $15. I don't know why I'm always like, ooh, it's a holiday, let me bake something that I've never baked before, or like use a different recipe than the one that I'm used to.
God jul! We're making some Christmas porridge for breakfast. And meanwhile, I can tell you why we're celebrating Christmas on the 24th instead of the 25th. And it's a question of definition. Because way back when, the day started when the sun set and not at midnight. So when the sun set on the 24th, the 25th began, and that's when Christmas started. And especially in places like Sweden, where the sun is setting very early at that time of year, or maybe never even rises, the 25th starts when you have a lot of hours left to be awake. So it made a lot of sense to celebrate Christmas on the eve of Christmas instead of during the day. So when definitions changed and we started to have new days start at midnight instead of sunset, we continued to celebrate Christmas on the eve Nowadays it's the 24th. And it was the same thing in English speaking cultures, because you can hear it in the term Christmas Eve, which comes from evening. The eve came before the day because the day started at sundown. So that's why we celebrate Christmas on the 24th. And I think we're among the first people in the world to celebrate Christmas this year, because we celebrated a day before everyone else, and we have the day starting earliest in the world almost. God jul! So we managed to make a Christmas table, or like a Christmas feast.
Smorgasbord.
It's a smorgasbord of things. We managed to do some Swedish things, and then we have some seasonal things here in New Zealand. So we have the meatballs, of course. We found some sausages. That's like the closest thing we can find to Prince wieners, I guess would be the translation. I think those are some Swedish hash browns.
Yeah.
With sour cream and this caviar that we found.
Caviar imitation.
Yeah, we'll see how it tastes. We haven't tasted it yet. Some eggs with caviar. We found some ham with cheese and some dark rye bread. We have an apple salad. Of course, we have some corn.
Of course.
Because it's in season here in New Zealand. Along with some strawberries and raspberries.
Yeah.
And then we have a little bit of candy on the side here. And we have some non-alcoholic sparkling grape.
But we made all this kind of today, and then we baked some Swedish goods yesterday, and played some Swedish Christmas songs, so now we get like a very quick version of Christmas.
It's a little bit scaled down, but it's gonna be fun. It's gonna taste good. Which is why we only eat it once a year.
Okay, let's eat. I'm hungry. Obviously, we have to watch the conclusion of this year's Advent calendar, which is a Swedish tradition. They have it every year. I don't think that childless adults is the target audience for this kind of thing, but we've been sort of watching it to try to get into their Christmas spirit a little bit.
It's starting.
Jag väntade på att du skulle...